Hello, everybody. This is your boy. We're actually doing something that's revolutionary. We have our own live stream, and it's kind of amazing. The thing is about this, something about Fast 7. What does that mean? Fast 7, you're basically talking about if somebody were to reach their full potential without being inhibited by organizations, governments, or just people just in general, just, being your adversary. Would you be able to actually, what would you become? How would you, how advanced would you get? And we've seen that evident in my life on what happened, about how it was sabotaged. And one person tried to say, well, this guy, man, you almost this size, 300 pounds. And that's not true. That was basically my sickness, my illness, swollen lymph glands. You can even hear it in my voice. My body was getting a whole bunch of, or it still is, but not as much as it was, getting a whole bunch of gas, and I would honestly say mucus within my nodes, which allows your body to expand. And that's not necessarily weight. Um, that's just the illness. You feel me? But the truth is, it had nothing to do with size. And what I've illustrated is, and what YASHUA has allowed me to illustrate, is that in any circumstance, you will begin to see that it was never size. I've gone up against guys way bigger than me who were professionals. And the outcome was the same. The aspect that I've been saying was that you had to be healthy. Now that was the congruency that was changed. Um, so people try to say, well, he wasn't smart enough to do this when it comes to academia, or he wasn't physically big enough to do this. That's a lie. And we're going to do other things in other streams to illustrate exactly what I'm saying, if I haven't illustrated it already. Um, so, what I've always said was, especially in my prime, you see me being a lot smaller, but you also see me doing a lot more physical stuff when I was in my prime. And my whole thing was, man, what if I could have gone up against well, I did go up against them, but what if I would have been allowed to go up against what some people would say nowadays are the headliners, or, in my sports career I'm referring to, or the people that, were said to have been all this and that. And I said, man, what if I would have been allowed to go up against that and to really use everything that I really can do, especially back then. But the outcome would have probably been horrible, particularly for me, because what I've come to understand is, even with all the training that I do, and it's designed for everything, the problem will become is, if you are successful, and people don't want you to be there, how much would I have to undertake to reverberate that? You know, uh, Chris Brown once said, "Public enemy number one." That was, he went from the Golden Boy to that. I'm going as far to say as the public enemy, not just with the city, the state, but possibly the country. You know what I mean? And beyond that, beyond that. So that's what I mean by, you would have to look at the dynamic and say, well, would you be able to exist if they did cheat on you? People cheated on me. They used all kind of cheating methods on me. But if you were to win, you see, how far would the cheating go? You see, that's what people don't understand and even consider, that it's deeper than just a one-to-one. It's all against one. See, nobody wants to really address that aspect of it. Everybody's steadily saying, oh man, he this, he can't do this, he yeah. And my thing was, hey, especially back, like I said, in those days, I was looking for the best opponent. The best. You know, I really did believe that there was nothing that they could do with me. And when I trained, even against people who cheated, and I still beat them, that was when I knew that they were going to come after me. See, that changed the game. It said, well, we can't cheat against them. That's not going to work. So we're just not going to allow you to even get in. Well, then it goes to, well, what if I make my own thing? You know, what if I do my own stuff? Something like this, something like what YASHUA, Jehovah, is allowing us to do right now. This changes the game. And you see, it's a game that, quite frankly, a lot of people don't like. So don't be fooled and just say, oh man, he was going up against smaller guys or mid-size. I was going up against everybody and everything. That's the reality of it.